Murli was spoken on 6th of January 1986, and the title of the Murli is The Confluence Age, the Age to Accumulate. Today, Trikaldarshi Baba Dada, the one who knows all the three aspects of time of all the children, is seeing the accounts of accumulation of all the children. You all know that throughout the whole cycle, the only time to accumulate an elevated account is at this confluence age. It is a short age and a short life. However, the speciality of this age and life is that anyone can accumulate as much as he or she wants at this time. According to the elevated account of this time, you attain the status of being worthy of worship, and then from being worthy of worship, you also become a worshipper. It is only at this time that you accumulate an elevated account of elevated actions, elevated knowledge, elevated relationships, elevated powers, and elevated virtues. 5 things Baba said. What you get during this time of the confluence age, I'll repeat. Elevated actions, elevated knowledge, elevated relationships, elevated powers, and elevated virtues. From the copper age onwards, there is the temporary account of devotion in which you do something and you instantly receive the fruit of that, and then it is finished. The account of devotion is for a temporary period because you earn it and you then instantly use it. Then you are left with nothing, right? You earn and you use it up. The time to accumulate in your imperishable account so that it continues for birth after birth is now. This is why this elevated time is called the most auspicious age and the age of charity. It is called the age of God's incarnation. This is remembered as the age in which you receive powers directly from the Father. It is in this age that the Father plays the part of being the bestower of fortune and the bestower of blessings. This is why this age is called the age of blessings. In this age, because of love, the Father becomes the innocent treasurer and he gives you multi-millions in return for one. It is only at this time that you receive the special fortune of accumulating multi-millions in return for one. In the other ages, there are the accounts of receiving as much as you do or give. There is a difference because at this time the Father becomes the instrument to enable you to attain directly, both in the form of an inheritance and also blessings. From devotion, you receive a fruit of your faith and devotion, whereas here you receive the fruit of the inheritance and blessings. Therefore, do you continue to take every step whilst being Trikaldarshi and knowing the importance of this time, knowing the attainments, and knowing the account of accumulation? Do you know how elevated even 1 second of this time is compared with ordinary time? Do you know very well the account of how much you can earn in a second and how much you lose in a second? Or is it that you earn something and lose something in an ordinary way? You are not just wasting such invaluable time, are you? You have become Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, but have you claimed a right to the imperishable inheritance and the special blessings? Those who have a right at this time claim a right for birth after birth. At this time, a soul who remains dependent on any type of nature, sanskar, or relationship becomes one who has a right to the status of a subject instead of having a right to a kingdom for birth after birth. So we should not become dependent on our nature, my sanskar, my relationship, no, me and mine. Otherwise, we will end up becoming a subject in the golden age. So, such a soul does not have a right to a kingdom, but becomes one who has a right to the status of a subject. You have come here to become Raja Yogis, those who have a right to the kingdom. However, instead of that, because of the sanskar of being dependent, even though you are the children of the bestower of fortune, you are not able to claim a right to the kingdom. Therefore, always checking point. To what extent have you become one who has a right over the self? How can someone who hasn't been able to attain a right over the self be able to claim the kingdom of the world? It is by becoming a self sovereign at this time that you can prepare a living model of one who has a right to the kingdom of the world. Baba always says self sovereignty leads to world sovereignty. So, first we have to have the ability to rule over the self. Only then can we rule over the world. So, when you invent something, you first prepare a model of it, don't you? Therefore, first of all, look at this model, living model. To be a self sovereign, the master of oneself means, now Baba is explaining what does it mean to become a self sovereign soul. So, the master of oneself means to be the king of all your physical organs. So, these physical organs, they are our subjects. So, do the subjects rule or does the king? Who rules? You can know this, can you not? If the subjects are ruling, you cannot be called a king. In the rule of the subjects, the dynasty of kings ends. If any of the physical organs is deceiving you, you cannot be called a master of the self. Never think that there are always one or two weaknesses and that you are going to become perfect by the end. Even one weakness over a long period of time can deceive you at a critical time. The sanskar of being dependent over a long period of time will not allow you to become one with a right. Therefore, to be one with a right means to have a right over the self. Do not be deceived under the impression that you will become perfect by the end. The sanskar of having a right over the self over a long period of time will enable you to have a right to the world over a long period of time. Those who become masters of the self for a short time will become ones who have a right to the kingdom of the world for a short time. See, very simple calculation Baba is telling us. Those who are seated on the Father's heart throne according to the Father's orders of becoming equal to the Father are the ones who claim a right to the throne of the kingdom. To become equal to the Father means to be seated on the Father's heart throne. Just as Father Brahma became perfect and equal, so you too have become perfect and equal. Claim a right to the throne of the kingdom. Do not attain anything less in terms of your right to the inheritance and blessings due to any type of carelessness. Therefore, check your account of accumulation. Check your account of the past and accumulate in your new account with the help of this time and the Father's blessings. Do not create an account in which you earn and instantly use it. At Amrit Vela, you have yoga and you accumulate. During class time, you study and you accumulate. Then throughout the day, under the influence of circumstances and situations, under the influence of an attack from Maya or under the influence of your own sanskars, you use it up in becoming victorious whilst battling. So what was the result? You earned and you consumed it. So what was accumulated? Therefore, always check your account of accumulation and continue to increase it. Similarly, in your chart too, do not just put a tick. Did you attend class? Yes. Did you have yoga? Yes. However, was your yoga as powerful as it is supposed to be according to the time? Did you pass your time well? You enjoyed yourself a lot and you created something for the present, but together with the present, did you also accumulate something? Did you have such a powerful experience? Do not just check whether you are moving along. Whether you ask anyone how they are moving along, they say that they are moving along very well. However, check with what speed you are moving along. Speed is important, right? Are you moving along at the speed of an ant or at the speed of a rocket? Hmm? So check your speed and the percentage in becoming powerful in everything. To what percentage are you accumulating? You are moving towards the golden jubilee. So that was golden jubilee year, 1986. This whole year is the year of the golden jubilee. Is it not? Because 36 Baba came, and this was the year 86, so 50 years. So check whether you are golden aged, that is whether you have a Sato Pradhan stage in every respect. Are you Sato, which is the silver aged stage? So golden age is Sato Pradhan and then silver age is Sato. So your effort also has to be Sato Pradhan. So we are going to golden age. So our effort should also be like that. Sato Pradhan effort. Your service too should be golden aged. Let there not be the slightest alloy of old sanskars. It shouldn't even be like nowadays where they make silver gold plated. Externally, it looks like gold. But what is it inside? It would be said to be mixed, would it not? So do not mix the alloy of arrogance and disrespect in service. This is then called golden aged service. There shouldn't even be in your nature any feelings of jealousy, stubbornness, or trying to prove yourself right. That is alloy. So this alloy should not be there. No stubbornness, no jealousy, not trying to prove that you are right. So finish that alloy and become those with golden aged natures. See, Baba said, no, I and mine should not be there. My nature, no. My nature should be, if you are saying my nature, so it should be golden aged nature. And what is golden aged nature? Baba talked about where there are no feelings of jealousy, stubbornness, or proving that I am right. So finish that alloy and become those with golden aged natures. Always have the sanskars of Haji. Yes, Baba, whatever you said, I'm going to follow. You have to mold yourself according to the time and service. That is, you have to become real gold. I have to mold myself. If you think that you will mold yourself when others mold themselves, that is being stubborn. That is not real gold. Finish that alloy and become golden aged. In your relationships, let there always be good wishes and feelings of benevolence for everyone. Let there be feelings of love and cooperation. No matter what type of motive or nature someone has, let your feelings always be elevated. To bring about self transformation in all of these things is to celebrate the Golden Jubilee. So, Baba is asking us not just to celebrate the Golden Jubilee, but to become like real gold. To burn the alloy means to celebrate the Golden Jubilee. Do you understand? Baba is asking. Do not become an embodiment of problems, but become an embodiment of solutions. Do you understand what you have to do? Only then will the completion of the Golden Jubilee be called the Golden Jubilee of becoming complete. So, and then Baba says, golden thoughts, golden ideas. Your thoughts should be golden. Your ideas should be golden. That will make you gold and bring about the age of gold. Beautiful, right? Acha, to all the fortunate souls who have a double right to the inheritance and blessings, to the elevated souls who are constant masters of the self, to the real gold children who always stabilize themselves in the golden aged stage, To the special souls who, with their deep love for self transformation, make progress for world transformation, Bab Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste.